Hey everybody, my name is Sarah Harvey. I own Aspen Rose Spa and Wellness Center. I'm a prophetess and a healer, and I just got this amazing guy in today, and so I figured it'd be fun to do a little video. So today I'm just going to go over what trauma does to our body, and I didn't really plan this. I'm just going to kind of wing it because this is fascinating stuff and you need to know it. So right here we've got my acupressure dummy, and this shows the meridians that go through our body. So these are basically zones of energy that flow. It's separate from the nervous system. These are energy zones. And when you're stressed, you can kind of short circuit the energy. And so you need people to hold the pressure points so that the energy can reconnect. And I have a tool that I use to explain this. I'm not sure if it's out here. I might need to go grab it. Let me go grab it so I can show you. I'm not sure where it is. I guess we'll save that one for a different day because I don't know where I put it last. So anyway, we have energy that flows through our body constantly. The way that I explain this is we've got chakras. And so the chakras are where our nerve bundles are in our body. So you get like headaches when you can't focus, you get the lump in your throat when you're not communicating your emotions, you get that flutters in your chest or panic, you get the butterflies in your stomach or that gut punch, like sick to your stomach. And then down here, this is more of the sexual area, and so you can feel that, but that's where our chakras are located. So this isn't witchcraft, it's science. So the way that this works is we've got God the Creator communicates His will over our life, because every human soul is born here with a destiny, and when we're all in alignment with our destiny, we can heal the world. But because of ego and sin, we're all divided and angry and diseased and suffering and sick and dying early. So the goal is to realign in with God and step into your destiny, into your proper path where that energy flows directly through you and you hear it from God and you create it into the world. So with your chakras, you've got the crown chakra up here, and that's where you get your downloads from God. And then it goes into your third eye, your intuition, and that's where you discern what you're hearing, feeling, and thinking. Then you start talking about it. This goes into your throat chakra. And then after you've talked about it and discerned for a while, you feel it out and see, okay, how do I feel about this? Am I passionate about this? Does it feel like it's for me? And then it goes a little further into your solar plexus. And this is your powerhouse. It's your self-worth, purpose, calling, career. So then you start putting it into categories of, okay, where do I see this fitting into my life? And does this serve me? Am I strong enough? Do I have the power, the strength, and the belief in myself to do this? And then once you pass that, then it goes into the sacral chakra. This is passion, joy, relationships, creativity, sexuality. And so this is the womb where you start preparing it and getting things ready. You're birthing it. Then you go into the root chakra, and this is stability or chaos, and it's your sexuality. So once you've gotten all this, are you ready to birth it into the world, or are you scared? And so are you creating chaos or stability? The goal is that you die to yourself, you surrender to God, you fall into His will, and when you are in alignment with God and you're completely surrendered, your chakras will be completely balanced and you will be in your destiny. If you're not, that's when these meridians start to short circuit. And when your meridians start to short circuit, that's when you get sickness, disease, death, car accidents, divorce. Everything starts from within and then travels out. And so we'll talk about what we see happening in the body during these times when you're out of balance. So there's lots of studies on where we hold what in the body, and I'm just going to go with what I have seen in my practice of 7 years. So in the neck area, this is where you have stubbornness, you've got trauma, things you can't process or understand, emotional pain, resentment, anger. So any of your neck issues are emotionally going to be tied in with these things. And so the right side of the body, this is the right for me, the right side of the body is going to filter all of your masculine energy. So anything manifesting on the right side is about a man. If it's manifesting on the left side, it's about a female. If it's on the front of the body, it's about your future. If it's on the back of the body, it's about your past. Now, so you've got your frustration, your anger, resentment. So any of this in the neck, first of all, is it on the right or left? So is it about a guy or a girl? If you're a guy or girl, is it what you're dealing with? And so then you want to tackle that and say, okay, what am I not processing? Am I mad or frustrated? Are the boundaries getting crossed? Do I need to take action to make justice when things are not just? Do I need to communicate something? Do I need to forgive? Because your throat chakra's here also. So this is going to be about communicating what you want to happen or trusting God and letting go of the ego. Up in the head, when you get headaches, it's because you're getting downloads or you're learning things, but it's not processing. So headaches are from things not processing. It's confusion. It's trauma, it's learning too much too quickly. So anything that's not processing down the nervous system and your meridians is going to create headaches because it's an accumulation of stuck energy. Then you go down to the shoulders. This is where you hold your burdens. And it's always you always got to ask yourself, is this with the masculine or the feminine? So then you go into your pecs. This is going to be where you're holding grief and heartache. You'll see some swelling here or some tightness. Biceps is where you're holding, where you're carrying too much and you need to put it down. Or the opposite of that would mean that you actually have the strength to do it and it's part of your destiny to carry people. Forearms is where you have to either let go of something or take action. Anything in the joints is going to be where it's not processing and it actually gets stuck in those joints. So again, the energy goes down these meridians. It should be a constant circuit flowing in and out, in and out. And if it's not, it gets stuck. So the joint inflammation is where you can't process it through stubbornness or trauma or fear, and it gets stuck in those joints. And so you can change that by tackling the root. The stomach is going to be where you're processing and digesting information. So it's also going to be, do you feel worthy of it? So any fear, lack of self-worth, anxiety, stubbornness, just things that you're processing and digesting, that's going to affect your stomach. So that's the first thing to hit is you go from rest and digest into fight or flight, and then your digestion goes off. So you're going to start seeing adrenal fatigue, and you're going to start seeing overactive pancreas. You're going to start craving sweets. You're going to be tired. And so the first thing to do is take herbs and tinctures to help nurture the body, because when you're in fight or flight, your body's going to just absorb all of that nutrition super quick, and you've got to eat healthy and take tinctures to help replace that and replenish it, along with a lot of water and sleep and fresh air and sunshine and laughter. And so then after you go through the abdomen, any issues in these areas is going to most likely be from sexual trauma that hasn't been healed. And this is deep within our cells. Can even be in your bloodline. So you can have multiple generations of trauma that maybe you haven't gone through, and you can still have something manifest as a disease because of cellular trauma from your ancestors that has never been healed, and you're the one to heal it. In your glutes, this is where we're going to hold anger, sadness, and severe loneliness. And anxiety. Those are the main ones I pick up in the glutes. The legs, most of the time in the legs, it's going to be about grief and sadness and anger and anxiety. Kind of the same thing. I'll feel it in the legs. This is the past. If you're still working through it and haven't let it go, it will be in the back. If it's in the front of the legs, this is going to be about how do you perceive your future. It's either going to be that you feel despair and you don't feel hope, or it's going to be that you're strong, you're powerful, and you're ready to take action. Let's see, I think I've covered pretty much all of it. There's also individual meanings to each finger and toe, but I don't have that memorized. I'd have to pull a chart for that. There's also meanings for each of the teeth. Your teeth are connected to different organs, and so if you have a lot of issues with your teeth, it's because your nervous system is out of whack and your organs are suffering. So look up which organs are connected and feeding the meridians of those teeth, and you want to use tinctures and emotional work to heal that organ, and then the teeth will then work as well. Normally, it's going to be adrenals and pancreas number 1, because then you're eating more sweets. So once you tackle the adrenals and pancreas, you should notice a big difference. But you can also tackle like the kidneys and all the other things that are connected to those specific teeth. So then we can look at the organs. Our body is just like our world and our universe. Everything has such deeper meaning, and you can, break it down and just read more and more about what everything means. It's just layer upon layer upon layer that has different meanings to it. Nothing is pointless. Nothing is without meaning. Everything has a purpose and a place, and it means something. With your ribs, most of the time when I have a client that has a rib out, they've gone through a divorce, a breakup, or a big fight. So that's not all the time, but the majority of the time that you have a rib out, it's because of something in your relationship. And they say we were made from Adam's rib. So with our organs, the lungs, this is going to be grief. So anytime you've got an issue with lung, it's because you have cellular grief that hasn't been healed. The liver, this is going to filter anger and resentment. And the gallbladder under it is more like pride and ego. Now, when these are balanced, the liver is supposed to be the general. It's the powerhouse. This is where all the energy should come from. This is the fire and the fight and the take action and make things happen. And so you really want, through your liver, to take action. So if you've got an issue with your liver and your gallbladder, it either means that you're like way too hot-headed and you need to calm down, or it means that you're too passive, you're too apathetic, and you need to step up and take your power back and make things happen. Because again, we all have a destiny that we have to live out. And if you're not in your destiny and in your path, then your body is dying, because your body is coded to survive on the path of your own destiny. And so if you're not in alignment with God and what you're here to do, your body will start breaking down. Listen to your body. It's telling you things. Let's take the lungs out. So the heart absolutely is grief. There is broken heart syndrome. There's actually a band that snaps when you have heartbreak, and that's how you go numb. But that first heartbreak is like awful. So it actually snaps, and there's a broken heart syndrome. So grief, trauma, pain, suffering, it's all here. Then we've got, let's take the liver out. The stomach is going to be, digesting and assimilating and all that, absorbing. Just all of this down in here is going to be about that. There might be some other meanings when you're dealing with your meridians, like the stomach and spleen are one meridian in acupressure, and that's going to be worry. So your spleen is filtering out worry. I'm assuming that's the spleen right in there, because it's not on this. All right, so then the large intestines is going to be how you digest and assimilate, and small intestines, I guess we could just say the same thing. It's just about digesting. So anytime you have digestive issues, it's because you don't believe in yourself. You're stressed. It's just worry, fear. It's all of it going in there, and you don't have your power to do it. So that's going to throw off your digestion instantly. Kidneys and bladder, that's going to be fear. Anytime you're afraid, it's going to go straight to the kidneys. So you need to be, that's why God is always like, don't be afraid, fear not, because that's going to throw your kidneys off. You've got to be strong and courageous. Let's see. Adrenal glands, we know all about that. I think that's all. Stomach, spleen, liver, gallbladder, heart, lungs. Yeah, I think that's all. And the pancreas. Oh, the pancreas. The pancreas is right here, and that means that life has lost its joy. So when you're grieved and depressed, that pancreas is going to go out. Again, adrenal glands and pancreas, and the stomach, that's like one of the first things to go out for everybody, because you're stressed and you're not joyful. So the joy of the Lord is your strength. You got to cling to God, stay in scriptures, stand on God's promises, and have faith and courage, and you can get through anything. In this life, we're going to be tested because the devil does not want you to survive. He wants you to fail. And so God is here with you, and he's going to send you signs to keep you going, because this world is hard. But if you listen to your body and you don't numb it through pharmaceuticals, then you can learn your destiny, and you can know why you're here, and you can understand what it means to heal. This liver's confusing. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to teach a lot about what I've learned. I want to do a lot of videos. God has told me that it's time for me to start recording classes on what I know. And so I bought this awesome dude so that I can educate with visual aids, because I'm very visual. I will not retain anything if you teach it to me out of a book, but if I can see it and touch it and feel it, then I'll retain it. And so I have so many little science toys and visual aids so that I can teach what God has shown me about what the purpose of life is, how to listen and heal your body, and realign with God's path. Because we're ready to heal. We are ready as humanity, as a human species, we're ready as a whole to step into our kingdom calling, to learn how to heal our bloodline and break generational curses and strongholds. We're ready to learn how to hear God. We're ready to stop being so stupidly divisive and ignorant and letting people keep us separated. We're ready to stand up and unite and love one another and support and encourage one another. And that is, I forgot the lungs. That is my calling, actually, to help heal the world and spread the good news of Christ, that he came to save us. And so what does that mean? It means this. It means that he gives you wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and he teaches you things that you did not know before. He renews your mind. And by doing that, and by listening and leaning in and allowing the pain and suffering so that you can heal, it transforms your life, and you wake up and you take your place in the kingdom. And that's what we're ready to do. So follow me if you want to see more. I've got information on everything. If you want to know it, I have studied it, and I will information on everything. If you want to know it, I have studied it, and I will be teaching. I don't really do a lot of these videos because I'm a little overwhelmed, but I do know that God has said it's time for me to start doing this. So let me know any subjects that you'd be interested in learning, and we will do a video on it. I'm just looking to see if anyone asked anything. It's just so interesting how people do these lives and have lots to talk about, because honestly, it's kind of uncomfortable just to stand here knowing people are staring at you. So I got to get more comfortable with it. But yeah, send me some questions on what you would like for me to talk about, and we will. So this is George, and then this is my acupressure dude. I don't know what we should name him. Chris. We'll name him Chris. So Chris and George are my helpers, and then we can name him something too. Ted. Fred. We'll name him Fred. So Fred, Chris, and George. You'll see them a lot. All right, follow me and we'll share our knowledge with you.